we are going to do arms in front of this beautiful painting, and we are going to do arms with no weights, no nothing, no nonsense, just us and our beautiful posture. So focusing on our posture, we're going to have our feet about hip width apart, so they're right underneath your hips. Your feet are right underneath your hips, and you can take a second and just feel to make sure that you're not leaning too far on your toes, and you're not leaning too far on your heels. You can kind of play with that, moving back and forth until you feel like you're pretty evenly balanced, where you have about the same amount of pressure on the front of your foot as you do on the back of your foot. And then holding it there, give your knees just a slight bend so that we're not overextending then. Pull the belly button back, relax. You can also do a little tilt with the pelvic bone and see if you can feel where you're right about in the middle of that movement. And relaxing there, belly button pulled back so we're keeping a nice strong core. We're thinking about a long spine so you can kind of lift through, lifting your rib cage away from your hips. And we're going to relax the shoulders, think about a long neck, so we're reaching up through the top of the crown of the head towards the ceiling like you're a puppet, and it's going whoop, and relaxing the shoulders. From here, take the arms out to the side, nice and long, reaching long through the fingertips towards the walls, out there, out there, out there. We're going to start with just pushing down, and all I want you to think about right now is, actually there's a bunch of things I want you to think about, but first, think about like you're pushing down on maybe a big balloon or a heavy pillow or a cloud, whatever works for you, and just a little pushing down. And we're still thinking about the tall posture, thinking about where the pressure is underneath our feet and the pelvic bone, and if we're using the core to help us stand up nice and tall. And relaxing the knees, so we have those soft knees. Turn the palms up and pushing up towards the ceiling. I am trying to keep track of the time, so I'm going to keep looking over here and hopefully keep it fairly even. I'm not going to lie, I get distracted very easily and get into the exercise and forget to look over at the time sometimes. So I'll try to keep it on point today. Okay, we're going to turn the palms facing forward. We're just going to push it forward. You can think about just like getting a little push forward, like maybe you're standing next to two people and you want them to go before you go. That's an image you could use. Any sort of imagery that works for you. Also, something that works is thinking about those bands, and like you tied the bands to the wall behind you, like rubber bands, those type of bands, and you're just pulling against those bands. Great, we're going to turn it back and push back. Now these exercises seem very small, they seem like they're little, but you will feel it very quickly in your arms. And I challenge you to keep your arms lifted. If you need to shake them out for a second, feel free to shake them out for a second, but as much as you can. We are working up the stamina, so we're going to try to keep them up as long as possible. And breathing into it, getting that air all the way down to the fingertips. We're going to take it forward, pushing down. It's like you have two Great Danes in front of you and you're patting them on the head and saying, good job, puppies. Shoulders are pulled down, long spine, reaching up through the top of the head. And breathing into it. Thinking about where your pelvic bone is, thinking about the soft knees, pressure underneath your feet. And hopefully we'll walk away from here a little bit taller with a little bit better posture. We're going to turn them up, and now we have little bouncy balls or little clouds that we're just boop, boop, boop up into the air. And again, it's not a big movement, just a little push, push, push. And you can think that those clouds or balloons that you're pushing up are kind of heavy, so it's a little extra push. turn them in towards each other, we're gonna squeeze. Now you have this ball between your hands, and you're squeezing the ball, just squeeze, squeeze. You'll feel the shoulder blades pull down a little bit as you're doing this as well. Something I like to think about is it's almost like my shoulder blades are slipping down my back. Every time I squeeze, they get a little slip down the back. If that doesn't make sense to you, you're not feeling that, that's fine. Sometimes imagery works for one person and doesn't work for another. We're gonna turn it out and pushing out. My favorite for this is like you're in that trash compactor, like in Star Wars. You're trying to push the sides of the walls apart. And making weird little grunting noises like me. I'm kind of still keeping track of time, I promise. Great, we're gonna hold it here, keep it up. We're gonna take it back out. And do little circles going forward, breathing into it. Great. As we're doing this, keep your body completely still. Feel that belly button pulling back to keep your core and your upper part, your shoulders, completely still. And then we're going to do little circles going backwards. Same thing, we're keeping our body completely still. I know it's easy to kind of wiggle wobble in this, so we're going to make it hard and make our whole body work by keeping ourselves completely still. Great, from here, we're gonna hold it here, keep it up. I'm gonna turn to the side, stay where you are. I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see. We're gonna take our hands down by our sides and lift them behind us. Try not to let them drop. Bend the knees and just lean forward just a little bit, and it's just a slight bend in the knees. I don't think you guys can see, I don't think I have that framed down that much, but it's just a slight bend in the knees and a little tilt forward. Palms facing up, we're just gonna push our palms up towards the ceiling as if we have this server tray behind us, and we're lifting it up saying, look at our lovely appetizers. Isn't that what servers do? Great, we're thinking about lifting that belly button, and now we have this little slight lean forward as if we're skiing, but I still want you to think about the long line from the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And still lifting the belly button and pressing the feet into the floor. Make sure that you're not leaning too far forward on the balls of your feet. Turn the palms facing down and squeeze towards your bum. It's like you have a pillow or a balloon between your butt and your hands, and you're squeezing that pillow. Squeeze, squeeze, and you'll feel it in the shoulder blades too. If this hurts, don't do it. You can always hold your arms back out and do little circles. You can also just hold your arms back here. Nothing should ever hurt. Turn the palms in towards each other. The balloon is between your hands and you're squeezing it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can do some of these exercises with the magic circle. If you've worked with the magic circle before, you can pretend like you have that magic circle. If you have a magic circle, feel free to use the magic circle. And just squeezing it. Great, we're going to turn the palms out. Of course, they're not going to go all the way, depending on your flexibility. We're just going to press out, out. That wall is beside us, and we're pressing against the sides of the wall, trying to get it away from us. And still checking in on the posture. I keep leaning a little bit onto my toes, so I keep having to check in and give myself a little lean back and bend my knees a little bit more so my butt sticks out a little bit more. Breathe into it. Go ahead, relax the arms, shake them out. Now you can always give a little pat on your arms. And that is it for today. Thank you.